Hello everyone and welcome back for your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update for today, September 23rd. It is a sunny Wednesday and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Democrats make another push for a stimulus bill. The White House still supports it. So where do we go from here and when can you expect your second stimulus check? Well, if you have already subscribed to my channel, welcome back and thank you very much. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing for daily stimulus updates and other personal finance tips in the future. First, a very important update that I truly hope reaches to the people that are still waiting on their first stimulus checks. According to the IRS, there are still 8.7 million people that qualify for a stimulus check but have not received it yet. Those are mainly people that do not file taxes. So if you or someone you know are in that category, please take action now. Contact the IRS and arrange to receive your $1,200 payment. The deadline is in less than 3 weeks and the people might just lose their stimulus checks. So share the video if you know of someone that needs to reach out to the IRS and receive their first stimulus check. Now, moving on to the second stimulus check and another stimulus package that we're all hoping for. A good news that came out from the Capitol yesterday. The House finally passed a bill to avoid government shutdown. Yes, on Tuesday, the House of Representatives voted and passed a funding bill to avoid government shutdown. The legislation is now sent to the Senate. It will need to be voted and passed there as well before the deadline on September 30th. This is one less thing our politicians will need to be distracted with and hopefully focus on push towards passing another stimulus package as well. But I will be honest, in the last few days, as we're getting closer and closer to October, many news outlets are not very optimistic about another stimulus bill. Look at some of those headlines. The price of Washington's stimulus failure. Washington's stimulus failure. Stimulus check update. Will Americans see more financial aid before the election? I mean, I have read probably over 20, maybe even 30 articles the last couple of days, all describing how it is all over and there is no hope for another stimulus bill to pass before the election. What do you think? Do you still have a glimmer of hope? Because I would say yes, we do have some hope left. Anything is possible, and as long as our lawmakers are still looking into it, which they are, then we have some hope. Here's the good news that came out of the Capitol this morning. We have a new push from House Democrats to continue the negotiation and come up with a bill for the $1,200 second stimulus check for the American people. We know that the second stimulus check was at least one of the provisions Republicans, Democrats, and the White House agreed on without any debates whatsoever. They all agree that the American people need one more stimulus payment, but it will not happen if they cannot pass a bill in the next couple of weeks. In order to get something done, Republicans will have to compromise on their smaller bill, and of course Democrats will have to seek a middle ground with their wish lists. It is great news that House Democrats reaffirmed their commitment to send the American people another stimulus check during a hearing in the House. But in order to do so, this will require both parties to compromise. Earlier this month, Senate Republicans voted on a smaller bill. Remember? Bill that did not include a second stimulus check and ultimately failed. So House Democrats pushed back on the stimulus checks exclusion, and on Tuesday, during a congressional hearing with Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and the Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, there was a statement that I believe describes the situation and the need of a second stimulus check very, very well. Al Green, a representative from Texas, he said this: the economic impact payments must be made because the rent must be paid. This I agree with 100%. Many Americans need the second stimulus checks not for a fun shopping spree, but to pay bills, keep the roof over their heads, and put food on their tables. Al Green also added in his statement in front of the House that if we do not do this, we will put persons at risk of being evicted at a time when we have a pandemic that is still taking lives in this country. I'm not sure, but did some politicians forgot that we actually have a pandemic going on in our hands? We are seeing new record numbers of infections and unfortunately deaths. People are still scared, many unable to work even if they wanted to because restrictions are tightening up again. My state just raised their threat levels again. The local government here is considering mask mandates and possibly business closures again. I don't believe we're in a recovery stage yet. I believe that we're still in the stage of trying to get a grip, flatten the curve, slow down the spread, or however you want to label it actually. What do you think? Do you feel safer from the virus now than, let's say, back in March or April? To top this all off, more and more states will no longer provide the extra $300 a week of unemployment benefits approved from FEMA. The money is running out. It is as simple as that. And in addition to all this, the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on Friday further dims the hopes for congressional action on more stimulus before Election Day, right? It does seem like the odds are stacked against another stimulus package, doesn't it? But that is why we're looking up to our lawmakers. And according to the White House, it is not over yet. On Capitol Hill, just yesterday, Steve Mnuchin said before the House Financial Service Committee, the President and I remain committed to providing support for American workers and businesses. I believe a targeted package is still needed and the administration is ready to reach a bipartisan agreement. Personally, I am not sure how more straightforward this can be said. A targeted package is still needed to support the American workers and businesses, and the administration is ready to reach a bipartisan deal. We know Congress is at impasse and negotiations are stalling. But the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, also publicly stated that she still believes a stimulus deal can be done. So, if all parties are in agreement that a deal is needed and that a deal can be reached as well, let's get it done, shall we? For the people, for the businesses, for our economy, and for the country. And here is a question to think about. We know that members of Congress want to hit the campaign trail in October to defend their seats of power and support their favorite presidential candidate, right? So, how would people react to those politicians campaigning and asking for their votes, knowing that they did not do everything possible to pass another stimulus package and provide much needed financial support and a second stimulus check? Let me know your answer. I appreciate you watching this video. I hope you're staying safe. Please hit the like button. And as you know, I have given you all the updates as soon as physically possible with working around the clock for you. And as soon as we know more, you'll see it right here on the Finance Kit channel. I want to say thank you if you have already subscribed to my channel. If not, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget that bell notification so you stay up to date with my videos. I hope this video was informative and provided some value to you. Like and share if that's the case so more people can see it, especially if they have not received their first stimulus check yet. Down in the description, you will find some other helpful links and helpful videos. Thank you for pushing your financial mindset towards a better reality. Until next time, stay positive, master your finances, and take a good care of yourself and those around you.